Good afternoon, everyone. This is Gayatri. I'm very happy to present our project titled Enhancing PKI Security in Hyperledger Fabric with an Indigenous Certificate Authority. This is Gayatri and my principal investigator is Reshmi ma'am. And here blockchain. Blockchain is a collection of cryptographically linked blocks, whereas in each block it holds the transaction logs and also it also has the headers of all the transaction and also the previous block's header. And all these blocks are cryptographically changed in chronological order, and this uses distributed ledger technology. In blockchain, basically there are two types: permissionless, which is also known as public blockchain. It is open. Here anybody can join the network and there is no any central authority, and anonymous user also present in the network, and this is suitable for cryptocurrency. And the example for this public blockchain is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And another one is permissioned or private network. Here only authorized person will participate in the network. Here there is a central authority, that is called certificate authority, to provide the identities. Through identities only you can represent yourself in the network. Here this is suitable for governmental service and governments to organization. And the example for this permissioned blockchain is Hyperledger Fabric and Sawtooth. These are the types of Hyperledger framework. First one is Hyperledger Fabric. This is suitable for e-governance application. And the next one is Hyperledger Aroha. This is suitable for mobile use cases. And the third one is Hyperledger Sawtooth. This is mostly useful for e-voting purposes. And the next one is Hyperledger Burrow. Here we are using in specification with Ethereum virtual machine. And the final one is Hyperledger Indy. Here the user can use this Indy to prove their identities, into the network. And what is the role of PKI in Hyperledger Fabric? The role of PKI in Hyperledger Fabric is certificate issuance. Basically, the actors who are present in the network have to get a certificate from certificate authority. Through that identity only they can represent themselves in the network. And also we need a certificate for secure channel level communication. And also for transaction signing we need crypto material, that is your keys. So we are using PKI in Hyperledger Fabric, and that is a sample Hyperledger Fabric network architecture which is provided by the IBM. This has orderer. This orderer will order the blocks. Here there is no need of any miner. In public blockchain only miner can mine the block, but here that orderer will take care of ordering the block, and that ordering block will be committed by the peers which is present in the organization. For every organization there are three distinct actors. One is admin, who is having the privilege to add or remove actors in the network. Another one is peers. There are two types of peers: endorsing peers and committing peers. Committing peers will be responsible for committing your transaction. And the third one is user. This user will submit the proposal about the transaction. This is the basic IBM framework for Hyperledger Fabric. We have used this test network for verifying our thing. And this project is a meaty initiative of National Blockchain Framework for hosting your e-governance services. It is a consortium project which includes 8 organizations. CDAC Hyderabad is a chief implementing agency, then CDAC Mumbai, IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, IDRBT and SETS. Basically in Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Fabric needs a membership identity service provider to manage all the identities of the actors in the network. This membership service provider is like a structure. In that structure you will store your keys, certificate. From this structure only your keys and certificates will be retrieved for transaction or for your world purposes. We are placing our CA by removing the Fabric CA which is already present with the network. For Hyperledger, we need two CA for every organization. One is TLS-CA. TLS-CA is responsible for secure channel level communication, and the second one is enrollment CA. This enrollment CA is responsible for providing identities such as certificates, and also this will provide crypto materials to you. For every time, whenever the actors who wants to avail services from the network, they should do two steps. First is registration. In this registration step, your identity will be stored in the DB, and the next step is enrollment. After enrollment only, you will get all your credentials such as crypto materials and certificate, and all your here you can see there are two MSB for every organization. Local MSB for node. Here we have CA certs. In local MSB, we should have CA certificate, TLS certificate, and your private key, and the signed certs is your public key. Hyperledger Fabric only accept your credential in this form only, and for every organization also there will be an MSB. From that MSB you can represent your organization in the network. After developing your CA, we are placing our CA inside the Docker container, and we are integrating our Docker container with the network script in test network folder. After successful integration, your channel will be established and Genesis block will be created. And sometimes we have to provide service for dynamic user also. Dynamic user is nothing but the user who want to avail service in the network. Here we are using API to avail services through POST. Here also we have to go through two steps. Registration step. For registration, we have to state it as register and the role. Your role may be admin or peers or user. You have to mention that, and you have to give your mail ID and organization name and CA, to which CA you want to avail the service. You have to mention in that API. And the next one is, after you are getting the successful registration message from the CA, you have to again enroll with all the same credential what you have specified in the registration phase also. After your enrollment is successful, you will get all your credential in the MSB folder. And we have also evaluated our integrated CA in terms of throughput, signing time, and issue time. And throughput, we are having high transaction rate. We have tested with 1,000 transaction with whereas for every 200 transaction per second, our CA is able to do. And the signing time for dynamic user is little high because of network latency that we are also looking for. And the next is issuance time. This issuance time composed of both registration time and enrollment time. And here we have achieved by we have provided our CA as a bundle to our chief implementing agency, and it is working fine. Now in future, as of now, in Hyperledger Fabric, all your credentials are stored in the local machine only. That is vulnerable. So what we are trying to do is, we are trying to move all your keys in software security model. From that, we will try to generate keys and certificate. We are working in this direction only. And our proposed solution enhance the network security, and also it work well with all the Hyperledger based solution Fabric networks. That's it. Thank you.